Alright, we're back. Last time, negotiations with the Emperor failed when he revealed that he wants to do what the Ascians want to do and rejoin all of the reflections of the Source, but he wants to do that in order to defeat the Ascians, which seems a little bit like what the Elf Pope did, of going along with their plans to betray them in the end, and we know how well that worked out. And then after the failed negotiations, the first skirmish of a new war with Garlemald broke out. We fought in that. And then Alize fell asleep like everyone else. So, now we're back at the Rising Stones, and Hoary Boulder wants to talk to us. A brief reprieve. Ah, Asuka, yours is a welcome face indeed in these troubled times. Though, if you've come to inquire about our stricken brothers and sisters, I am afraid I have naught to report. Coultenay and the others continue their tireless search for answers, and I too have done all in my power to assist them. Alas. My apologies for the intrusion. I was told Master Alphino had been brought here and wished to see if his condition had improved. Who is it? Oh, it's Maxima. Mistress Asuka, I have heard about the part you played in driving back the Empire's forces. Thank you. That you were able to stop them, if only for a short while, gives me hope. I realize how strange such words must sound coming from a Garlean's lips, but I speak them out of the love I bear for my homeland, because I wish to see an end to the bloodshed. That is why I chose to share all that I know with the Alliance. Though I will surely be branded a traitor, I am content to bear that ignominy. 'Twill seem a small price to pay if it helps to prevent this conflict from escalating any further. But enough of my prattling. The war is not what brought me all this way. I came to see Master Alphino. An acquaintance of Asuka and Alphino, are you? Well, far be it from me to turn away good company, if you'll follow me, sir. When word reached me that Alphino had returned, it seemed only right that I visit him. Poor lad, it pains me to see him thus, but I take solace in the knowledge that he is safe and well cared for. He fought valiantly at the burn. The Populares could not have wished for a more committed ally. I know not how he came to be so afflicted, but I pray a cure will be found soon. On an unrelated note, you may be interested to know that I traveled here in the company of another acquaintance of yours. Oh? He awaits my return at North Silvertier, and I am certain he would be glad to see you, assuming you can spare the time, that is. Alright. Let's go see who that is. I feel like the secrecy of that is entirely a narrative contrivance, and that in, like, the real world, he would have just told me who it is. Oh, it's my unicorn. This way. It's pretty at night. Oh, it's Sid. Hey, Maxima. Ah, there you are. I was beginning to think you wouldn't come. It's been like 30 seconds, man. It sounds like you've been through the mill. You should have called me. Though I must confess, tracking down missing souls isn't exactly within my field of expertise. As you may have surmised, I heard much of Master Garland growing up in Garlemald. Indeed, he has long been a source of inspiration to me. Most Garleans would say he's a traitor, that he turned his back on his country. We of the Populares, however, consider him a revolutionary. A man willing to defy the Empire's dreams of subjugation, that his inventions might bring about a better future for all mankind. Please, revolutionary is a term best reserved for my work. I am but an Imperial defector who thought to aid another Imperial defector. Whatever Master Garland says, I am humbled to find myself in such distinguished company. Speaking of distinguished company, we heard from Rauban that you ran into an old friend in the burn. Is it true? Gaius still lives? Yeah? Like most in the army, I never had the privilege of seeing the legatus without his mask. To think I walked halfway across the burn in the presence of the Black Wolf. And he claimed to have severed ties with the Empire to hunt Asians, did he? Humph. After his humbling at the Praetorium, one would think he'd have the good sense to stay dead. Should we meet again, I shall be sure to tell him so. Commander Aldin also spoke of the Alliance's meeting with the Emperor, though I still labor to believe what he told us. Did his Radiance really claim that Garlemald was founded by the Asians? Uh-huh. But that is madness. The very notion is absurd. Every fiber of my being rails against it, yet I see there is no escaping the truth. From the very founding of my homeland, my brothers and sisters have laid down their lives in service to a lie. The Asians must be stopped, to save my people, to save all peoples. For all the Empire's many crimes, even I did not suspect. Had I known, I would have left a lot sooner. But that is in the past. Here in the present, we must apply ourselves to the problem of how the Empire's ambitions may be thwarted, not only in Eorzea, but in the Far East as well. The Ironworks will spare no effort to achieve that end. Seryu's wall was a good start, but we can do more, and we will. We'll show them what it means to achieve freedom through technology. Begging your pardons, a message for the Warrior of Light. Commander Aldin requests your presence at Alliance headquarters in Alameda. He would discuss matters of strategy at your earliest convenience. Okay. Ah yes, the inevitable messenger. I knew it wouldn't be long before duty called you away. Time is no doubt of the essence. Could I tempt you... time no doubt being of the essence, could I tempt you to a ride aboard the Excelsior? If there's a faster way to Rauban's side, I will personally apologize to the commander for keeping him waiting. Okay, I mean, I could teleport, but I'll ride in your ship. Hey, Sid. I swear, every time you board my ship, you seem to be barreling headlong into danger, and every time you somehow contrive to emerge victorious, which, of course, is an admirable skill. But no one is invincible, Asuka, not even you, so please take care of yourself out there. I pray you remain safe on the front lines. Though ill-equipped to join the fray, I shall do all I can to assist from headquarters. My colleagues and I have been tasked with evacuating casualties by air. See that you aren't among them, eh? Hello, Resistance Fighter. A requiem for heroes. Commander Aldin is waiting, my lady. It would be best if we proceeded to Alliance headquarters at once. Are you ready? Yes. Where you be, Rauban? You're here. Good. I summoned you to discuss strategy, but first I would apprise you of Garland's movements. Upon speaking with Rauban, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. This song's called Defender of the Realm.
There have been several skirmishes along the border, but as yet neither side has delivered a decisive blow. We had long assumed that the Garleans would overwhelm us in a straight fight, but we seem to be gaining ground, albeit slowly. As to why that might be, the most likely explanation is that they have yet to commit all their forces. Still, we're winning, and our latest intelligence suggests the Emperor has retreated back to Garlemald.
Good.
In light of this, we're considering launching an offensive with the aim of pushing the front line forward and giving ourselves some room to breathe.
Commander! The Imperials! They've broken through our defenses to the east.
What?
Our scouts say their forces are being led by Lord Xenos.
Wow.
Lord Heian and Commander Hext have taken their troops to provide support, but we don't know how long they can hold out.
So, they've been biding their time, waiting for his arrival, have they?
Yep.
Very well. Send word to our allies, requesting reinforcements for the front line. Should the worst come to the worst, I may need to enter the fray myself. But what of you? Do you still have the strength to fight?
So long as you leave the Ascian to me.
He may not die as such, but to see Lord Xenos fall on the battlefield would deal a heavy blow to Imperial morale. I'll see to it the men stay clear.
Oh, not again.
Why won't they open? Please, I bid you open.
This bad timing, mysterious voice man.
What's wrong? Is it the voice again?
Uh-huh.
Are you sure you're in a fit state to do this?
What choice do I have?
May Ralga grant us strength. Give 'em hell, lass. I, for my part, will defend this place to my dying breath.
Meanwhile, at the border of Alamigo. Playing as Heian.
Ready?
The Warrior of Light has left Alliance headquarters. There's a dashboard. It's a fun thing to have. Close the distance real
This
quick.
one's for you, Ada.
Oh, over on the right, there's a bar filling up, telling us how close Asuka is to the battlefield. Okay. So arrows like that mean that the attack's going to push us outward. Close the distance again so we don't get hit by those lightning bolts. Warrior of Light is still nowhere in sight. Can't use Second Wind again. Still got a minute left on my cooldown. safe right there. Sorta. That was risky. Blast outward. Still got 20 seconds before I can use my healing move again. Down for the count. Uh-oh. What are you doing?
Here it comes!
Oh, awesome. No, Lise, what have you done?
The weave of a shinobi's power. The art of my forebears.
You do. Oh, okay. We all have to get in here to help take this hit. Now back into the fight. The Warrior of Light is but a few $100. Those explode around me. This is the one that pushes us out. Oh, what's going on?
Fall, fiend!
You get it!
Oh man.
Damn you!
Oh. This isn't good.
Magic. With a Garlean body. That's hardly fair. Still, he must be stopped. No matter the cost.
Ah, bringer of light. It has been too long. No words to mark our reunion?
Nope.
So be it. Equilibrium must be restored, and only your death will redress the balance.
We'll see about that. Had it up to here with you Asians. Stop throwing lightning at me. He is just throwing out all kinds of area attacks to avoid. Those who go off direction like that.
I see.
We beat him, I think. Oh, for crying out loud. Enough standing back up after you've died.
Your mother chose her champion well. Yet, for all your strength, you will still fail.
Not now.
Please, I beseech you.
Someone calls to you. Too late, alas.
Uh-oh. Where in the heck are we? Am I dead?
At last, I found you. Please, there's no cause for alarm. Though, I confess, this is not where I had intended to meet. But the place of our meeting is of no consequence, like the war you wage. Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. The better path leads you here, to me. I have need of your strength.
I'm kind of in the middle of a battle, sir. You have to send me back, now.
The battle is over. the danger past. But your work is not yet done. Go to the Crystal Tower. I have left something for you near its base. It will serve as a beacon of sorts, one which I pray will help you on your journey. All you need do is find it. I will take care of the rest.
You gonna tell me anything?
Soon, we will throw wide the gates. And the path to the first will be yours to walk at last.
To the first? You want me to go to one of the other reflections? Where Ardbert is from? This looks like an infirmary room in Ishgard. Why am I in Ishgard?
You're awake. Thank heavens.
Where is Xenos?
I see you recall that much, at least. In the midst of your duel, it is said you faltered, and that the Crown Prince seized the opportunity to deliver a mortal blow. Yet before his blade could find its mark, he was distracted by the arrival of a second adversary who bore you away from the battlefield and into the hands of our chirurgeons.
Who?
Lest you wonder, he left before you awoke. As is his wont.
Whomst? Oh, Estinian.
Estinian never was one for emotional farewells.
Nice of him to
Though
arrive
Xenos bested all
in the nick
before
of
him,
time.
the battle clearly took its toll, for he retreated shortly after your rescue. Seeing this, the remaining Imperial forces decided discretion was the better part of valor and pulled back, allowing us to re-establish our position. We have since received word of renewed unrest in the provinces, doubtless inspired by the efforts of the Eorzean Alliance and our Far Eastern allies. Nor does the good news end there. We have also come into possession of intelligence suggesting unrest within the Imperial Court.
Ooh.
This would certainly explain why both the Emperor and Lord Xenos appear to have abandoned the fight. A long-awaited ray of hope in these dark times.
What of the Scions? Ask about all of them, not just one of them.
Yet to awake, I'm afraid. But please, concentrate on your own recovery for now. You have carried the hopes of some half-dozen nations, and we are all eternally grateful for your efforts. But no one is without their limits, not even you.
I have no limits. I'm
Leave
the
this
warrior of
fight
light.
to us, my friend. You have earned your rest. But before I forget, I was asked to deliver a message as soon as you awoke. A reminder that you are not alone, though many of your allies have fallen. When you are well and rested, you are to return home, where friends will be waiting for you. Now, If you will excuse me, I must return to the front. May we meet again soon, under happier circumstances.
That would be nice. I would like some happy circumstances for once. Someone is saying, well, this is a most unexpected surprise. I thought you confined to bed. Oh. It's Count Edmond. When I heard that you had collapsed on the battlefield, I confess I feared the worst. But with you standing here before me, I see now that the reports of your defeat were greatly exaggerated. Thank the Fury. As long as we have you, Mistress Hassenpfeffer, history suggests we have a fighting chance. Speaking of fighting, you may be surprised to hear that the war's effects can already be felt even here in Ishgard. In anticipation of a need for reinforcements, our Tuarel will soon be departing for the front lines with a contingent of our finest knights. I would advise you to stay until your strength is returned, but I know it would be an exercise in futility. Indeed, I suspect you have already decided on your next destination. Dark days lies ahead, of that I have no doubt. The light of hope shall ever guide our steps, so long as we have the will to press onward. And press onward we must. Farewell, my friend. I pray our next meeting will be under happier circumstances. To the Rising Stones. I'm just gonna teleport in front of you, Count Edmond, if that's okay. There we go. Oh, Tataru's back.
By the 12! I don't believe it!
Don't cry.
I rushed back as soon as I could. I swear, my heart nearly stopped when I heard you'd collapse like the others. What in heaven's name is going on?
Well, it would appear they've all been taken to the first.
Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. Oh, well, that's helpful.
I know, right?
And what else did he say? The better path leads to him? If his is the voice you've all been hearing, perhaps the others are with him. Sir Emmerich said the fighting had reached a stalemate, didn't he? But if that monster masquerading as Xenos comes back... Thancred, Yestola, Urianger, Alphino, Alize. You're going to need all of them on your side to defeat him. And I forbid you from going to face him on your own, do you hear me? So if you must leave, Go and find the others. Bring them home. As for where to start, you said the stranger had left a beacon for you at the Crystal Tower, right?
Uh-huh.
But how are you to find it, now that the tower has been sealed shut? There has to be a way. If anyone would know, it's Sid and the researchers of St. Coinac's Find. Don't you worry, we'll find that beacon for you.
Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace.
I pray you have good reason for abandoning the front.
How could I remain there while the rumor that my son is possessed by a demon spreads like a sickness here at home? I will not be made to fight for the throne a second time. But what of you? Did you not tell me you would destroy Eorzea's champion with the ease that one might swat a fly?
A minor setback. She will not escape me again. Where is your grandsire? I would have words with him.
How should I know? Do you hide from each other's sight as well? I imagine he's doing what all Ascians do.
He must have found a way to take advantage of this turmoil.
Men are not pawns to be played with, Ascian. You underestimate us at your peril. This war will not be decided by you and yours. Man must choose his own fate, and I, for my part, will do all within my power to see Garlemald emerge victorious.
Pray forgive the intrusion, Your Radiance, but the requested preparations are now complete. We stand ready to begin production of Black Rose upon your order.
Well, ugh. What is... Oh. Scrolling credits, we can skip those. Tataru? I knew you'd be alright, and to celebrate your return, I made you this. A brand new traveling outfit. Oh, I do hope it fits. Ahem, but now is not the time to fuss over your measurements. I must go and speak with the researchers of St. Coinac's Find. You go and rest while we track down that beacon. Oh.
My enemy. My friend. Had I been but a step faster.
Bloody savages!
A pity your hunt leads you elsewhere. Not that I am surprised. May you find joy in it. Grow stronger, more savage, and savor every triumph. In the meantime, I will reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
In the midst of a requiem for heroes, a voice rings out across time and space. In fields of tranquil light, sow you seeds of darkness. And that is the end of the patch content between Stormblood and Shadowbringers. So we will end this episode slightly early. We've had a couple go long recently, but that's not why I'm ending early. We're gonna end it early so that we can start fresh from the beginning of Shadowbringers at the beginning of the next video, instead of having like a weird carryover. So when we come back, it's time for Shadowbringers.